Hi everyone, welcome to my studio. My name is Sandra Felemovicius. I am at the Casket Arts Building in Minneapolis in Studio 309. I was born and raised in Mexico City. I've been a painter now for on and off for 15 years. Professionally, I've been doing it for the last 6 years. My work is an abstract work, contemporary I would call it. I do a lot of abstract shapes that come from nature, and then I just put it down, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And I've learned to deal with the process of painting and how it works for me. So sometimes I start in a small sketch and then I transfer into a bigger one, and sometimes I don't even think and I start in a really big canvas and just kind of go. The process that I use is acrylic mostly on canvas. I use mixed media, a lot of transparencies. I use mediums to create the transparencies. And then I use some charcoal or pencil or ink, depending on what my painting is needing. I do a lot of light in my paintings, and the stress and distress in a painting is very important to me, the balance of the whole piece. I guess it's what makes it for me to know that I'm done with a piece. It needs to be balanced. This one over here, it's called Revolution. And it is a very chaotic piece, but yet again, we find the balance, the movement, the equilibrium of, the painting, plus I use some strokes of charcoal, like right here, and then cover that with paint and transparencies. A lot of dripping, a lot of movement of the canvas to be able to manipulate the paint when it's dripping. So it was quite a challenge to work with this large piece of canvas and trying to move it so it will drip where I wanted it to drip. But it was a lot of fun. This piece has a lot of textures. It started with some gesso, some sand, and just a lot of paint to create a visual depth in the painting with the different textures in it. Being abstract, everybody can take their own interpretation as what they want it to be. So for me, it's more of a personal connection with the nature and trying to put it on canvas as to how I see it. But you might have a complete different vision of how you see it, and you might start seeing forms that I didn't even know existed before. So this is a painting that I'm working on right now. It will hopefully be ready for Art World. As you can see the details on it, it has a lot of transparencies and a lot of different coats of paint. So I'm creating some kind of depth in the painting. Painting today is pure intuition and luck, and taking advantage of what happens when you splash stuff down. It's a quote by Francis Bacon. This is a new adventure for me, and I started provoking an emotion for myself in a larger piece, and when that effect really came through, I thought this could be a good thing for other people so I can share my work with other people, and they hopefully will have a provocation, an emotion, a feeling of being alive and having the paintings come to feel alive.